awesome new mod for the Toyota Tundra, and something I'm kind of kicking around a little. You have to let me know what you think. Got the beast here in the garage, but before we hop in, and I'll show you what my idea is for the other item, let's unbox the first awesome mod for the Tundra. I'll show you what I've got, and let me point you down here. There we go. I have actually looked at this myself. The other night I showed it on my Tacoma live stream, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check out Rob Motive. I do a live stream every Monday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let's take a look. This is, of course, a shift knob. You probably figured that out already. It is the TRD shift knob. You can see the TRD insignia there. What I like about this, number one, it's all black. Gotta have that. And it has the TRD red stitching in it. That's stitching. I really like that too. That should really pop in the truck with everything else I'm doing. Now, why, you might ask, am I putting another shift knob in the Tundra? Because the one I have in there is just too freaking hot. It's hard to handle when it sits outside in the bright sun, even with the sunshade that I have in there. I mean, it almost burns your hand. It's very uncomfortable. Plus, I have this secondary idea I'm looking at doing that I'm going to show you in just a second. Let's hop in the truck. Okay, first things first, time to get this new sleek looking shift knob on there. It's about the same size as the other one, really, footprint wise. It just should be a heck of a lot cooler than this aluminum material in the extreme heat. So let's go ahead and see if I can't get this thing off of there. If you haven't taken these off before, they're simply threaded on, and I love that. As I do like to change shift knobs probably too frequently, it makes it very simple to do. So let's make sure this fits. And there will be links down below to both of these items if you're interested in checking them out. I got both off of Amazon. Okay, we gotta really get this sucker on there. And there's one thing that I'm noticing already. Quite a lot of thread to go through to get this where you want it, that's for sure. But I am noticing one thing already on what I'm trying to do. If I ever get this thing tightened, geez. I think we're going to get there eventually. We're getting close. I can feel it. Maybe one more turn. There we go. And if that's not tight enough, of course, like I said, it just screws on. I can tighten it up if I need to further. But that's the look. That's what it looks like right now. And of course, you can see, if I jumble the camera around, you can see the stitching right there. I like that. It's just a subtle thing to go along with the other red accents that I have in the truck. The steering wheel badge, which is quite bright, by the way. I may change this, I don't know. But anyway, the other accents that I have in here I like. Pretty darn cool. Now, you may be wondering, what in the world is that for? A shift boot. Well, I saw something on the web. It was actually in a group. I can't remember who it was, but they did a little mod where they put a different shift knob on and also included a shift boot like this one that I have right here to kind of take up the space and cover up the center area. Now, let's pull it out of the package. So this is what it looks like, just your typical shift boot, right? Has this little metal tip in it, and it is, what do you want to call it, like tinted black or just a shaded black color, like a gray, we'll call it. It's supposed to fit over the shift knob area. Let me go ahead and just lay it on there. You guys can get an idea, maybe, of what it's going to look like. So it goes on like so. Now, obviously, some alteration would have to be done a little bit, but the idea is to have it on there like so. Of course, it would be tucked underneath this lip or this edge of the shift area and then glued, most likely, underneath this piece. I would pull the whole thing off. I do not have to remove the piece that I painted. That is cool. And then fasten it under here. Now, one thing that you can see already, of course, is that if you put it right the way it's supposed to be, it would be like that, right? Not much of a shift boot there. So obviously I would have to change out the shift knob once again and put something shorter on there. And what I'm thinking about is some sort of a shift ball, probably in some kind of red maybe. But there is a dilemma in doing this, and you may have guessed what it is already, and it has to do with the shift pattern that's down here. It's displayed right here so you can see it, so that all you have to do is glance down and you know where to put it when you want to be in either park, reverse, neutral, drive, of course the manual, so to speak, shifting mode. Now, if I put the shift boot on there for what I'm trying to do, obviously it would be on like so, and it would cover that up. You would not be able to see the shift gate. So that's an issue. I'm not sure that I like that, even though up here on the dash you can always see what gear you're in because it will be shown here. But still, it's kind of nice when you're shifting to know exactly where everything is. I don't know about you guys, but occasionally I do look at the shift pattern just to verify what gear it is that I'm going into. I'll admit it. So that's a little problem I'm going to have to overcome. The idea is to get some sort of a shift knob, a ball, that sits on top of the stick here, you know, that doesn't bolt or screw all the way down like this one does. So it would sit up here, and then the little retainer or ring here would sit right underneath the ball, up against the ball. Everything else would be covered. You wouldn't see the rod that's underneath there, obviously. That is the plan. I love the idea of it. The pictures that I'd seen of somebody else doing it looked really, really nice. Again, it would probably involve a little bit of trimming of the shift boot just to get it tucked up underneath here the way that it's supposed to be. So I am now looking for a different shift knob, I know, once again, that would have the shift pattern on it to match what is down here, at least as far as park, reverse, neutral, and drive. The plus and minus S for the sport mode, I guess. Not a big deal if I have that on there. I don't ever use it. And I wouldn't alter the rest of this, by the way. It would just be hidden underneath the boot. Anyway, that is my plan. I do love the new shift mod. I do think it's awesome. And it should cut down on the burning of my hand when my truck is sitting out there in the heat. Leave a comment. Let me know. What do you think of the new shift knob? And more importantly, what do you think of my idea? Not my idea, but what I'm thinking about doing. I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma. And Rob Motive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.